Let's take a moment just to settle in on our mat. Let the shoulders relax. Bringing focus into the body. And allowing ourselves to start to prepare for the day ahead. This practice on our mat can be carried off the mat by using the focus and the peace that we cultivate every time that we step on. We store that inside of ourselves so that throughout the day we can access these things. Using our breath, relaxing our body, and letting our mind just come onto a single point. When we move the mind into a single place like the breath or the body, this is an act of meditation. So meditation doesn't have to be 10, 30 minutes, an hour. It can just be little moments of drawing inward and letting our focus help to calm our nervous system, help to calm our mind when we're feeling a bit overwhelmed or a little bit stressed in our day. So we'll start here. Bring your focus onto your sit bones. Notice each one touching the mat. The sides of your legs and your feet meeting the ground. The feel of the spine as it stretches upward. Take a couple nice long breaths. So we're going to slowly inhale, fill the lungs, fill the belly. Slowly exhale. Now take another and we'll exhale through the mouth. So inhale. Exhale through the mouth. Like, so glad I'm here to start my day with movement. Good. One more breath in. Let it go. And then just continue this breath on your own pace. And we're going to start to just move the body. So we're going to keep that exhale through the mouth. I'm going to inhale as I move back in a circle. Exhale as I come forward. Each inhale is drawing in that energy for our new day, that focus. Each exhale, letting go of tightness from the night. Worries left over from yesterday. Bring it back the other way. Good, let's just take one more circle around. And we're gonna come to the center, stretch the legs out long. You can give them a little shake out if they feel tight. And then we're gonna sit up tall, just take a big reach. As you exhale, come to the center toward your toes and then roll your way back up. Reach wide and to the ceiling. Come forward toward the toes, rolling out as far as feels good, and then roll back again and reach. Bring it forward. Let's take that fire breath. Big breath in through the nose as you rise, out through the mouth with a little bit of force as you come forward. Good. Take one more, and then when you get to the bottom, hold that fold. Knees can be soft. If you like, you can bend one knee at a time and just pedal out the feet like I am. This just helps to warm the back of the legs. Warms up your ankles and your feet as well. Good. Moving our way back up to seated. Press the backs of the legs in. Flex the feet. Reach the arms up. Stack your whole body over the hips. Reach tall, tall to the ceiling. Push the backs of the legs down. Good. Hands come down to the mat. We're going to take them out behind us. Fingertips facing forward. Bend your knees here. Little rock side to side, bringing those knees all the way down to the mat if that feels okay. Good, let's plant the feet down and we're going to come forward and take a little pulse through the legs. So I'm going to reach and pulse like I'm trying to touch the top of my mat. Now we're going to pulse out far as you can. Let the hands come down and hold that stretch. Good, rolling up. Hands come back behind the hips, fingertips forward. Press the mat away, reverse tabletop. Let the front of the body open up. Pressing hip bones to the sky. Good, go ahead, lower the hips. Extend the legs and forward back into our fold. Rolling back up. We're just going to cross the legs there. And twist it out to the right, bringing right hand behind. Left arm crosses over to the thigh. If you want to take it deeper, a little press into that left hand to help twist you back. And your gaze coming out over that back shoulder. Good, let's release to the center and just move out to the other side, crossing to the left. A little push into that right hand to help twist you in if it feels good. Okay, let's release that twist. We're going to come over to all fours, but come down onto your forearms. So bringing the knees hip width apart, and then down into the forearms. Elbows are going to come under the shoulders. And like this, we're going to take a cat-cow. So I'm going to inhale, let the belly round, feeling a really big sway in the back. Tailbone reaches to the ceiling. Just hold there a moment. Drop the head. Good. Now keep the head low and just push the mat away through the forearms. Arch the back. Your gaze comes out between the legs, down to the back of your mat. And just come back and forth in this stretch. So nice and slow, moving through that cow back. Gaze can lift to the fingertips. Drop the head first, and then let that movement go down the spine to arch into cat. Gaze comes to your back of the mat. Slowly back and forth. Good. Now bring the back into neutral. And let's step the feet to the back of the mat. Coming into a little forearm plank. Lower the body in line. Push the mat away with the forearms. Good. Knees down to the mat. Walk your hands back. We're going to come all the way to sit on the feet just for a moment. Sit up tall. And then lift onto the knees. We're going to take it down and lean. So I'm going to lean forward. The hips come almost to the feet, and I just reach my hands back. And then lift back up to the knees. Lean forward, little tilt. Beautiful. Lift back up. And we'll take one more. Reach it up. And then palms come to the small of the back. Roll the shoulder blades together and the elbows come toward each other. Pressing into the low back, let your chest open, little back bend in a supported camel. Good. Now releasing down to all fours, tabletop. And just take some circles around here, warming up the joints. Moving it back the other way. Good, now forward and back. A little lean on the wrists, and then back like you're coming to child's, and then back up, little lean. Let's take two more. And we'll tuck the toes. Let the hips lift up, downward facing dog. And begin to just walk out the feet. Perfect. Let's walk up to the hands. Find your forward fold at the top. And just take a full long breath. Let the head drop. Slowly we roll up to stand. Take a breath, meeting palms in the center. And then big circle around with the whole body. Bring it back the other way. Drop to cactus, opening the elbows wide and a gentle little back bend. Forward to the mat. Right foot steps back, toes tuck under, runner's lunge. I'm going to melt those hips in and just breathe a moment. Good. Walk your hands. Excuse me, I'm like losing my voice as I speak. Walk your hands into the center. And we're just going to turn the feet to match. So the right toes are going to point toward the corner, left toes toward the other corner. Sink into that left leg. A little side lunge, wide leg. Move to the right. Good, into the center, and let's rise all the way up. The toes should be pointed to the diagonal. Big stretch to the top. Breathe. Take the hands down. Reach again, breathe in. Match it with the knees, coming down and bend. Sweep in front. Big breath to reach up and straighten arms and legs. Come down and sweep. Reach. Down. Up. This time let's hold in the down. Take the arms into eagle. So right arm's going to come over left. Wrap around. Palms or maybe the back of the hands come together. Lift those elbows off the chest. Big circle around with the whole body. Keep in that goddess lunge if you can. And back the other way. Good. Step or straighten the leg. Let's wiggle the feet in together. Take a big step. Little back bend. Come forward. Elbows connect to the legs and I bend the knees slightly. Lift up. Little back bend. Down. Meet the legs. Good. Coming up. And coming to the center, I'll unwrap and I'll take the arms wide. Take it to a side bend. So dropping one arm down the side, reach over with the other. Back into the middle. Drop to the other side. Good, back to the middle. And step to the top of your mat, hands to the sides and mountain. Let's flow, breathing in, reach tall. Exhale to fold. Inhaling, halfway lift, flatten the back. Come down, step just the left foot back. Runner's lunge, sink in. Good, let's take those hands into the center and I'm going to turn my toes all the way out. So those left toes point toward the corner, right toes the other corner, sink to the right. Sink to the left. Into the center. Rise your way up. Exhale, bend the knees, sweep the goddess. Reach up. Come down and sweep. Reach. And down. One more, we're going to stay down. Lift, eagle arms, left on top. We wrap. Left arm is on top. Lift those elbows. Big circle both sides. Good, straighten the legs. This time we'll keep them wide and we're just gonna turn the toes to face forward. Coming down into a fold, stretching in between the shoulder blades. Feel gravity deep in that stretch as it draws your arms down. Good. Now you can let the arms unwrap while you're in the fold. Maybe coming down on the hands. Top of the head in the direction of the mat. Lifting halfway, flatten the back. Right hand is down. Let's take the left arm to the sky. Give that wrist a little turn. Maybe taking your gaze up to the hand. And switch, left hand down. Reach with the right. Give that wrist a turn. Good, coming down again. Little soft bend in the knees, and we'll roll our way to stand. Reaching tall. Let the arms go. We're going to take them behind the back, palms flat. Roll shoulder blades together, elbows toward each other. Little back bend just through the upper back. So I'm going to keep the hips in line, let the chest lift. And then come forward. Try and keep the hips in line. So try not to push the bum back. Come forward to a wide leg fold. If it's too intense, you can bring your hands to the mat anytime you want. Keep pulling shoulders in together. Good, soft bend in the knees. We'll roll our way up. Nice and slow. Let's turn to face left toes to the top of the mat. Bring your hands down and tuck the right toes under. Sinking back to that runner's lunge. Take a step to the top of the mat. Release into a fold. Slowly rising up. We reach. Eagle arms, take them forward, right arm over left. Wrap. Lift the elbows off the chest. Let's sit into our chair. And then right leg is going to cross over left. So you can bring that foot into the ankle or wrap behind the leg. Or you can rest the toe down to the mat if the balance isn't feeling great for you today. And practice just lifting the toe little by little. Good, we're going to unwrap. Unwrap that right leg, send it to the back of your mat, toes tuck under. Reach the arms wide up beside you. So you're in a high lunge stance. Arms are wide. Come forward, just about halfway. So you're at an angle, same angle as your leg. Reach the arms back. Lift back up to your high lunge. Reach the arms into the sky. Hands coming down in front of the toes. And we're going to step that back leg off. Let it lift, standing half split. Feet come together, forward fold. Exhale to relax into the fold. Halfway, flatten the back. And down to the mat. Step it out into plank. Lower down. And flatten the feet. We're going to lift to our cobra, chest coming up. Come back to the mat. Forehead meets the ground. And we'll tuck the toes, lift our way all the way up to downward facing dog. Take a couple long breaths here. And looking to the top of the mat. Step or hop your way up. Release into a fold. Slowly we roll our way back up. Give yourself a good long stretch at the top. And release into the mountain. Good, let's take eagle on the other side. So left arm on top, I'm gonna wrap. And I sit down into my chair and cross the left leg over right. Keep lifting the elbows off the chest. The tailbone is tucking inward slightly, so it's really strong in the standing leg. Good, we're gonna unwrap arms, unwrap legs, send that left foot to the back of the mat. Runner's lunge. A high lunge. Take the arms wide up beside you. Halfway dip forward, like you're gonna come down, but you don't. Arms are reaching. Lift to the ceiling, high lunge. Hands in front of the toes. Step into that right leg. Left leg lifts. Standing half split. Let your gaze come back behind you. Good, feet come together. And we go heavy into our forward fold. Good, now softly start bending the knees. We're drawing belly and chest down onto the thighs. Let the hips start to sink to heels. You're gonna come onto the toes a bit there. And then really coming to the toes, toe balance. I'm gonna start to lift the belly and chest back off. As I lift, my hips move to meet my heels. Good, let's rest the hands onto the thighs. Roll the shoulder blades back and together. Feel the chest open up here. Now we're going to tilt forward and bring knees to the mat. So it's a bit of a mobility stretch. If it feels too intense, bring one knee down at a time. Or just get to kneeling, however works for you. I'm going to release the toes and sit into my hero. Now, when we're in hero, let's be mindful of our spine. So If I have my tailbone kind of tucking out like a chicken sitting on her egg, I'm going to try and just pull the belly button into the spine. Feel the sit bones really meeting your feet. Sitting up tall, let's take 2 more breaths. And finally, we're going to walk the hands back and behind, fingertips face forward, just like we did in the beginning for our reverse table. Push the mat away, feel the chest and the throat open. If this feels good, you could stay right here. If you want to open deeper, we're going to press the mat away with our shins. Let the hips come up off the feet. Good. Gently lower down. And let's walk hands forward and just come to a child's pose. So reaching the arms long, letting the forehead relax to the mat. Few long breaths. Let's make our way up to seated, and we're going to come off the legs. Reach them out in front, give them a shake. And we're going to come down onto our backs. You can bend the knees, bring the feet down hip width apart, and then roll your shoulder blades underneath you so you're nice and flat on the ground. You can let the arms just open up beside you for now. We're going to stretch the left leg to the sky and then just turn that ankle. If it feels better, you can hold behind the thigh just to support that leg a bit more. Bring it back the other direction. And then let's flex the foot, press that heel to the ceiling, bringing the leg as straight as it can come. Once you have that, we're going to pull that leg in toward our body just a bit more, like you're bringing your toes toward your head. Good. Release the leg down to the mat. Right leg reaches up and just give the ankle a little turn. And back the other way. And then flexing the foot, press the ceiling away. And then we're going to cross this leg over your right leg or your left leg. Go ahead, just take a little rock over to the right, letting the knees come down toward the mat. And then we'll move it back the other way, over to the left. Knees toward the mat. Keeping both shoulder blades down toward the ground. We're going to hold here for a few moments. You can let your head turn to the right, coming into supine twist. Moving back to the center. Keep the legs crossed. We're going to lift up and reach down for the opposite feet. And then just pull the legs in toward the body. Give yourself a little rock side to side. So if we don't reach the feet comfortably, you can take a hold of a leg and try drawing it in toward you. Good, let's release and just cross the other way. So left leg on top, right knee comes down. We're going to rock out to the right, to the left first. Rock to the left, take a couple breaths. So as we're here toward the left, we're going to feel the stretch in our side, down the side of our hip, our glute, all the way down to our knee. And then release, bring it back the other way. The legs fall to the right. Here we're going to hold. Turn the head to the left. And just let your breath be long. Slowly moving back to the center. Leave the legs crossed. We're going to let them lift. And take the feet or your leg and draw them in toward your body. So this should be a nice deep stretch in that left hip. Perfect. We'll release and just move right to happy baby. So I'm going to uncross. Open the knees wider than my rib cage. Take a hold of the feet or maybe behind the thighs. And just give yourself a little rock side to side. The feet are open with the soles to the ceiling. If you are holding the feet, draw down, letting the knees come a little bit closer to your sides. Let's release and just let both legs flex up to the ceiling. Waterfall just for a breath. And let the legs slowly come down to the mat. Take your time bringing them down. And once they're there, just relax into your Shavasana. Let the palms turn to face the ceiling. Let your body just completely melt down. Let the eyes close. Your breath lengthens. And your mind comes back into that place of focus. Allow the focus to move into your feet. Feel them soften and fall open in their natural position. Feel the legs grow heavy, releasing any tension or flex they might still hold. Your body, your arms, your palms all soften and melt. Your fingers move into their natural curl. The belly grows soft. The jaw relaxes and opens slightly. The space between your eyebrows softens. Allow yourself just to stay here, connecting to this peaceful feeling. Connecting to your gentle breath. Feel free to stay here as long as you'd like. You're ready to end your practice now. Begin to just slowly let the body stretch. Let the hands and feet open and close. Let the head rock softly side to side. Give yourself a big, long stretch. And then whenever you feel ready, making your way back up to seated. We'll bring the hands to the heart, pulling in gratitude for yourself and for each other, for this time we get to be together, to connect, to breathe, and to move. Wishing you a beautiful day today. Namaste. Thank you so much for coming. Have a great day.